hello everyone. Here we go. Bit of this to start up with. I'll give you love that's above and beyond the call of love, and I'll never ever make you cry. Yes, I'll give you love that's above and beyond the call of love, and love's something that money can't buy. Well, a poor boy's chances of a pretty girl's glances are sometimes very few. Though I got no money, if you'll be my honey, is what I'll offer you. Well, I'll give you love that's above and beyond the call of love, and I'll never ever make you cry. Yes, I'll give you love that's above and beyond the call of love, and love's something that money can buy. Well, I hope everything's working, folks, and that we got a couple of people on. I don't know how to look at that yet. Well, we met by chance, and I knew in a glance that I'd find my destiny. Now I want to carry you off and marry you, if you will agree. And I'll give you love that's above and beyond the call of love, and I'll never ever make you cry. Yes, I'll give you love that's above and beyond the call of love, and love's something that money can buy. Rodney Crowell to start up with. Great old song, as is this one. Play it, boys. It's knowing that your door is always open, your path is free to walk, that makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that are dried upon some wine, that keep you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, that keep you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that bind me, or something that somebody said because they thought we'd fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. All right now. Through the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. but not to where I cannot see her, walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. All right. I dip my cup of soup back from a crackling cauldron, breaking in some train yard. My bed a rough and coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands round the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Gentle on my mind, Glenn Campbell. Good afternoon, everyone. If let me just see if I can find out if I've got anybody coming on. I know Helen is there. Thank you, Helen, for coming on. This is all very new to me. If there are other people on listening, watching, I should say, please put a little comment in the chat box there. I'll know that you're there. Very similar to what we were doing on the other channel on Facebook there. So very much as I mentioned before, very much a little bit of a tightrope walk for me coming onto YouTube. I want to thank everybody that made it possible, in as much as all the people that subscribe to my channel, you know, because without those subscriptions, folks, I really couldn't do it, you know. Just excuse me a sec. As I said, this is a very new experience for me, so you'll have to bear with me with the teething problems. But it seems to be working great. Thank you, Helen. I hope the sound is all right and all that, because I do worry about that. I don't know if my normal sound lady Dee from Penarth, she comes on and tells me, "Oh, sounding great, Steve, do this with that or with that with it," you know. And but you can be my sound lady today, Helen. Nice to see you there. And so, as normal, folks, I thought I'd just keep it fairly simple for the first show before I start adding new numbers and different types of genres, if you like. And this is a great old country song, because basically I'm a country singer, and but at the moment I'm a country singer standing in a very warm living room. So you'll have to excuse when I start perspiring a little bit. Great old Willie Nelson song, and Waylon Jennings about the good-hearted women in their lives. It goes like this. A long time forgotten, our dreams that just fell by the way, and the good life he promised ain't what she's living today. But she never complains of the bad times, the bad things he's done. She just talks about the good times they've had, all the good times to come. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways, and she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. This good-hearted woman, loving a good-timing man. Now he likes the nightlife, bright lights and good time and friends. When the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again. But she don't understand him, she does the best that she can. This good-hearted woman, loving a good timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways, and she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, she'll pass through this world hand in hand. This good-hearted woman, loving a good timing man. Through teardrops and laughter, she'll pass through this world hand in hand. This good-hearted woman, loving a good timing man. Waylon Jennings, good-hearted woman. Good old country song. There's not many good-hearted women in country music, you know, folks. It's very, very unusual. But that's a great song. There's Willie Nelson done that one as well, and it's one of the standard country songs, you know, folks. And if anybody is listening that or watching that don't know the stuff I do, I'm very much into my country. I'm very much into my 60s music. I loved the crooners, the British crooners especially. Tom, Engelbert Humperdinck, Cliff, another one, Matt Monro, all those people, you know. But I like a bit of good old rock music as well, a bit of rock and roll. So you never know what you're going to get on a Sunday when I come on, folks. It'll be my favourite songs. I go out around the clubs, the pubs, any establishment that's brave enough to book me, I guess. And I like to do the songs I enjoy, because I think if we do those songs, it'll that enjoyment and will be passed on to other people. And the songs I do here on a Sunday are generally what I don't do when I'm out. So it's a good chance for me to sing some songs that I really want to do, and hope that you will like them, including this one. Dobie Gray was a wonderful singer from America. He was known on the Northern Soul circuit in this country back in the late 60s. And this was always one of my favourites of his. Lots of country singers have recorded this. This is my version of a Dobie Gray song called Love in Arms. If you could see me now, the one who said that he'd rather roam, the one who said he'd rather be alone. If you could only see me now, if I could hold you now, just for a moment, if I could make you mine. Just for a while, turn back the hands of time. If I could only hold you now. I've been too long in the wind, too long in the rain, taking any comfort that I can. Looking back and longing for the freedom of my chains, lying in your loving arms again. you could hear me now, singing somewhere in the lonely night, dreaming of the arms that held me tight. If only you could hear me now. I've been too long in the wind, too long in the rain, taking any comfort that I can, looking back and longing for the freedom of my dreams, lying in your loving arms again. I can almost feel your loving arms again. The lovely song, Dobie Gray, Loving Arms, great old song. Hello, Steve. It's nice to see you. Helen has often mentioned you in this journey that we're on at the moment. You know, getting to know new family members. So it's nice to say hello to you. I didn't know you were another Steve. You see, Helen might have mentioned it, but well, there we are. When we do finally meet, you'll know. You know what I'm like. It's not all that glitters is gold. You know, it's been a journey. It's been a wonderful journey at the moment. We're discovering all sorts of things, and it's been absolute joy, honestly. And so thank you for coming on. I don't know how many more people are on. With Facebook, it was okay because you could see how many. You didn't always know who they were, but you could see how many people were on. You know, so that was always. Sometimes it was, oh no, is that all that's on? Or, oh my goodness, there's that many on. You know, but at the moment we got a couple of important. They're all important. Don't get me wrong. I keep saying this. Everybody's important and comes onto the channel, whether it's one person or 100 people, you know. But it's great, honestly. Nice. Thank you for being there, Steve. Country music, folks. One of the greatest exponents of that in certain songs was the late, great Kenny Rogers. And this is his I had to check what key I was in. His tale of the late lamented Lucille goes like this, hopefully. In a bar in Toledo, across from the depot, on a bar stool she took off her ring. I thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over, sat down and asked her name. When the drinks finally hit her, she said, I'm no quitter, but finally quit living on dreams. I'm hungry for laughter, here ever after, I'm after whatever the other life brings. In the mirror I saw him, I closely watched him, thought how he looked out of place. He came to the woman who sat there beside me, he had a strange look on his face. His big hands were calloused, he looked like a mountain, for a minute I thought I was dead. He started shaking, his big heart was breaking, when he turned to the woman and said, he picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times, this time your hurting won't heal. You You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. After he left us, I ordered more whiskey. I thought how she made him look small. From the lights of the barroom to a rented hotel room, we walked without talking at all. She was a beauty, but when she came to me, she must have thought I'd lost. Took a fine time to leave me, Lucy. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times. This time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. With 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times. This time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Lucille, the hard-done-by lady. I got days on her. We're here, Steve. I'm glad about that. Steve's saying he's looking forward to meeting me. Well, so am I with yourself, Steve. The Campbells are singing along. Dee is my, if you see Dee on there, okay, let me introduce you two. Dee, Steve and Helen and Steve, that's Dee. Okay. We go back a long, long way, Dee and I. Dee was a singer on the circuit with her husband, John, and she taught me a lot about what I know about this business. And she's a great singer, Dee. She hides her light under a bushel, you know, but she's a great singer, and she would sing harmony with anybody. It was wonderful. So it's always good to see Dee. And I'm gonna now she's asked me about her friend Peter. Now Peter is 91 today, okay, and he wanted. I was going to do this a little bit later on. In fact, I'm going to do 2 songs. That's right. I remember what I had done now. Sorry, my brain is going, you know, it's a little bit racing ahead of itself, trying to think that I'm doing all this right. So yes, it was the next. So a couple of songs by Elvis just for Peter, from one of his very early songs, the very first song that very first single that he made for Sun Records. Now your quest, your challenge, your question is what year, what month and year did this come out? Okay, Elvis's first song. Okay, I think I'm in the key of E. That's all right, that'll do. A little bit of this. Here we go. Play, boys. Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right for you. That's all right, Mama, any way you want to do. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama, any way you do. Well, Mama, she done told me, Papa done told me too. Son, that gal you're fooling with, she ain't no good for you. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama, any way you do. I'm leaving town, my baby, leaving town for sure. Man, that girl you're bothered with, she won't be around your door. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama, any way you do. Dee 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 dee. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Anyway, do. That's All Right, Mama, an old Arthur Crudup song that Elvis had in July 1954. Can't be bad. It marked Elvis as one of the rock and rollers, you know. But as regards Elvis, you know, one of his, I went to see that, Claire and I went to see that Elvis film, you know, that they made with Tom Hanks as Colonel Tom Parker. The kid that they had to play Elvis in that, I don't know where they got him from. He was like jelly. He was such a supple dancer, and he sort of caricatured the way Elvis was, you know. And I remember him in the film singing this song. I'm thinking, if only Elvis could have got that supple, and I mean, I can't do it. It actually made me frightened for him, because he was. I thought I'd never get up from that, you know, but he danced it wonderfully. And the man that wrote the song, and you'll know what the song is when I start singing it, was a guy called Mark James. And that didn't go to number one or anything, this song, but Elvis is well known for it. And Mark James died on Friday. He was a great, great songwriter. Was part writer of Always on My Mind and Everybody's Talking, the Harry Nilsson recorded. Great, great songwriter, you know. And it's always sad when the good ones go, when anyone goes, really. But when the ones that are behind the scenes that you don't know about, always, you know, always nice to remember them. So, Dee, the other half of Pete's little birthday, I tried Danny Boy. Dee wanted me to sing Danny Boy. And I really couldn't do it because it's a bit up there, you know. But this one is one of the ones I regularly do on my Saturday shows. And from the pen of Mark James to the voice of Elvis, and then me. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Oh, why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. So when an old friend I know drops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. Oh, can you see the tears are real? I'm crying. We can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. Oh, let our love survive. I'll dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die. And honey, you know I'd never lie to you. Yeah, yeah, we're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Oh, why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I'm saying, we're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Suspicious Minds, Elvis Presley, of course. Thanks, Dora. Thanks, Steve. Dora's saying, he's really pleased. It made his day. And Steve saying, one of my favourite. I'm glad you like that sort of stuff. I'm just going to change guitars, folks. And that's getting a bit heavy for me. And put this whole thing on. Oops. I do like this Takamine guitar. I've had it a few years now, and it's a nice lightweight guitar, you know. I was gonna put on my new guitar over there, but I haven't worked out how to change batteries on it. It's an inbuilt pickup, you know. It's all sorts of going on. So I went back to the ones that I know for this one, and the Eagles have been over here recently into the UK, and they probably did this song as well. Slow it down just a little bit, and with the Eagles. Let me tell you about this song. When I was 14, 15, no, I had to be older than that, a little bit older perhaps, 15 or 16, I was in a little duo, me and a lad from Aberdare, and we thought we could play this. It was brand new back then, and we found out that we couldn't, not like the Eagles anyway. So this is one of their early songs. It goes like this. It's another tequila sunrise, staring slowly across the sky. He said goodbye. He was just a hired hand, working on the dreams he planned to try. The days go by. Every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy in town, and she's out running round. She wasn't just another woman, and I couldn't keep from coming on. It's been so long. Oh, and it's a hollow feeling when it comes down to dealing friends. It never ends. Take another shot at courage. Wonder why the right words never come. You just get numb. It's another tequila sunrise. This old world still looks the same. Another frame. Tequila Sunrise, the Eagles. Whew. Always takes the breath of me. It does. Oh, let me just have a drink here, folks. Excuse me a sec. If anybody's wondering, it's only Coke, and it's only Diet Coke at that. This is a song I've not done too often. Written by the wonderful, wonderful Ewan MacColl. Kirsty MacColl's dad. There's a guy who works down the chip shop, swears he's Elvis, Kirsty MacColl. And he wrote this song about Salford in Manchester. And then the Pogues historically got hold of it and made a great recording of it. That's all right. I think the Eagles, Helen, are lots of people's favourites. But this is a great old British folk song about the dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream by the old canal, kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I heard a siren from the dark. Whoops. Saw a train set the night on fire. I smelled the spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm going to make me a big sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream by the old canal, kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town. Almost, folks, almost. He had a way of changing key without changing, singing in a different key or different, and it always gets me in the middle of that song. But there you go. Proves it's live as well, you see. Right, let me put this down a second, folks. Again. Oh, excuse me a second. Put this whole thing on again. This guitar, I've had for many, many years. And it's been battered, it's been beaten, it's been repaired, it's been lost, it's been found. And this scratch plate was put on here by friends, by two of my friends' children, you know. And they put the stars on everything, you know. So they've been on there ever since. They must have done a good job. But I started playing this again after getting after getting a Gibson 335, which was too heavy for me. And which I've still got. It's a great guitar, but when my heart condition came up and bit me in the backside again, this was a little bit lighter, and I've been playing it ever since again, you know. So good old stuff. This is a country song. The man who sang this song is retiring from country music. I sung karaoke in his bar when I was over in Nashville last year, and it's the closest I've ever got to singing in Nashville, you know. And he's taken his final tour up until May next year, and his name is Alan Jackson. And this song is great on a Thursday morning. I play a show down at the Ship Hotel here in Barry for the people with learning difficulties and special needs and whatever, you know. And they absolutely love to try and line dance, you know. And it's a wonder to behold. They're absolutely fabulous. And with an Alan Jackson song, which is a great old line dancing country song on Chattahoochee. Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt, got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight, talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just a living for the minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Well, we fogged up the windows in my old Chevy. I was willing, but she wasn't ready. We settled for a burger and a grape snow cone. Dropped her off early, but I didn't go home. Down by the river on a Friday night, the pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight, talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just a living for the minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. A lot about living and a little about love. Alan Jackson, Chattahoochee. I got the guitars mixed up, or the order of the songs mixed up there, folks. I should put that one back on for this song. I've never, in fact, let me just put this one down. And try and sing this song to learn, because it's a great learning curve when you come on here, you know. It's... I've always liked folk music, folks. I like any sort of music that touches me, and it causes a reaction inside me. This was the first ever song I heard by Gordon Lightfoot. And I mean, how did he get words like that, and sing about the subject that he did? And it's a song of a story of a man that moved away from his hometown and came back, and he's thinking about the girl he knew when he was living in his old hometown. And so I found a great track for this. It's just getting my tongue around the syllables and the words for a really nice, what I think is a really nice Gordon Lightfoot song. Did she mention my name? It's so nice to meet an old friend and pass the time of day. Talk about the hometown a million miles away. Is the ice still on the river? Are the old folks still the same? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And when the morning came, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Is the home team still on fire? Do they still win all their games? And by the way, did she mention my name? Is the landlord still a loser? Do his signs hang in the hall? Are the young girls still as pretty in the city in the fall? Does the laughter on their faces still put the sun to shame? By the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And when the talk ran high, did that look in her eyes seem far away? Is the old roof still leaking when the late snow turns to rain? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And looking at the rain, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Won't you say hello from someone? There'll be no need to explain. And by the way, did she mention my name? Gordon Lightfoot. That was the very first song I heard by him, and I had to look into all his music, and I loved what he'd done. And sadly, he died earlier this year. Great Canadian folk singer, Gordon Lightfoot. This is a couple of songs by the wonderful Fats Domino. It goes like this. Come on, baby, won't you be my guest? Come join the party and meet the rest. Everything's gonna be alright, so be my guest tonight. We're gonna dance to the rock and roll. We're gonna even do the stroll. We're gonna Lindy Hop with Susie Q, a special party just for you. My, oh my, gee, you're so fine. Don't let me down. I'm the king, but you can wear my crown. I'm gonna sing, my band is gonna play. I'm gonna make you queen for a day. Everything's gonna be alright, so be my guest tonight. My, oh my, gee, you're so fine. Don't let me down. I'm the king, but you can wear my crown. I'm gonna sing, my band is gonna play. I'm gonna make you queen for a day. Everything's gonna be alright, so be my guest tonight. Be my guest. Wonderful stuff. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking. For you and me, I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. I'm lonely as I can be, I've waited for your company. I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. What you gonna do when the well runs dry? You're gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna run right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I'd even die. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking. For you and me, I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. All right now. I'm walking, yes indeed I'm talking. For you and me, I'm hoping that you come back to me. Well, I'm lonely as I can be, I've waited for your company. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Now what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You're gonna run away and hide. I'm gonna run right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I'd even die. I'm walking, yes indeed I'm talking. For you and me, I'm hoping that you come back to me. Couple of Fats Dominoes songs. I know Fats done that last one, but I suddenly realised that that was the Ricky Nelson version of that song, but it doesn't matter. Still a great song. If my Claire is listening, I did tell her and show her how to come onto the YouTube channel, and as I did everyone who I sent messages to yesterday. It will be available, hopefully, on playback a little bit later tonight or tomorrow morning even. I've noticed that YouTube isn't as fast at processing things as Facebook were, but Facebook were very quick in blocking stuff as well. So let's just see what happens with this. But if Claire is listening, she's a big Elvis fan, and she does like certain songs. And oh, here we are. Marilyn and Rachel are on from Penarth. Nice to see you there, girls. Hope everything's okay. Thank you for coming on my premiere of YouTube. We've got a couple of people on there, or a couple of people have made comments. And it's nice to watch you with Christine and Carol in Dinas Palace. Oh, there we are. We've got a couple of others as well. Hello, Christine and Carol. I've got the right ones, yeah? Yeah, absolutely. Every week or most weeks, okay? I will tell you about that in a bit. But yes, Claire loves this next song, as I'm hoping that you all do, you know? A bit of Elvis, and why not? The way she walks, the way she talks, how long can I pretend? Oh, I can't help it, I'm in love with a girl of my best friend. Her lovely hair, her skin so fair, I could go on and never end. Oh, I can't help it, I'm in love with the girl of my best friend. I'd like to tell her that I love her so and hold her in my arms, but then what if she got real mad and told him so? I could never face either one again. The way they kiss, their happiness, will my aching heart ever mend? Or will I always be in love with the girl of my best friend? Will it never end? Will it ever end? Please let it end. Will it ever end? Elvis Presley. I know I'd done a couple of Elvises earlier. That was for Pete on his birthday. But Elvis Presley, the girl of my best friend. We're all well and hope I'm doing well too. Well, I'm trying to do well, Rachel, you know. Helen, does that mean, great show, Steve, that you're going to go off somewhere? Now, I can't stop you doing that, but you must leave a sinking ship. Okay, but if you are going off, have a great day and a weekend. If you're staying, enjoy the rest of it, okay? But yes, I'm trying to do well, you know. I've had another operation on the old ticker, and I haven't been right since that. The first one was okay, and I'm going to go back Thursday to find out, but I'm getting there. I'm not going to let them stop me, you know. They're not going to grind me down. And when people like yourselves come on, it always cheers me to see people coming onto my channel, whether it was here, or when it was on Facebook, you know. Thank you for being there. Marvellous. And Claire, if that was for you, my darling, okay. Not the sentiment of the song about going out with the girl of your best friend, but I know that you like that one. And, apart from country music and rock music and most music, I have a softness for British 60s music. And most weeks it's like turning over the channel, innit? Going from BBC One to BBC Two here. When I was on BBC One, I always used to do an Elvis spot and a Cliff Richard spot. So this is my Cliff spot. 60s Cliff, when he was with the Shadows, and as if. So all the songs that I do here, folks, I've always loved, you know. And with Cliff, it's hard to know which one to choose. So I do try to go through them a little bit. The other one that does a lot of the Cliff stuff and the Shadow stuff is Paul Adby up in Cheshire. Great Shadow-esque guitar player, and he does all those Shadows numbers, you know. But this is a Cliff number in that vein. See if you remember this one. Well, who's that walking down the street, picking up those dingy little feet? Who's the one that catches my eye every time she passes by? Gee whiz, it's you. Ever since we said goodbye, all because of a little white lie. Let me tell you why we parted. Let me tell you what my heart said. Gee whiz, it's you. You're the one that makes me blue. Gee whiz, it's you. You're the one that can't be true. Little darling, won't you hear my plea? Won't you please come back to me? We can pick up where we started. Listen now, what my heart said. Gee whiz, it's you. Gee whiz, it's you. You're the one that makes me blue. Gee whiz, it's you. You're the one that can't be true. Little darling, won't you hear my plea? Won't you please come back to me? We can pick up where we started. Listen now, what my heart said. Gee whiz, it's you. Gee whiz, it's you. Gee whiz, it's you. Gee whiz, it's you. Written by Hank Marvin and Ian Samwell. Ian Samwell wrote the best, what I think is still the best British country music number. In fact, I've got that here. Let me just line this up a little bit. I didn't have it lined up, but I will. And where are we? That's the one I wanted. Wasn't going to do this one, folks, but I mentioned Ian Samwell there writing that last song. He wrote this song. It was the B-side of Schoolboy Crush. And I think this is the best rock and roll song to ever come out of this country. And it was Cliff that started it. Come on, pretty baby, let's move it and groove it. Shake it, baby, shake it, honey, please don't lose it. It's rhythm that gets into your heart and soul. Well, let me tell you, baby, it's called rock and roll. You say it's gonna die, but honey, please let's face it. They just don't know what's going to replace it. The ballads and calypso, they got nothing on. Real country music that just drives alone. Honey, move it. Come on, pretty baby, let's move it and groove it. Dance, honey, please don't lose it. It's all over town, it's a brand new beat. And it's hanging in the air like a Mississippi heat. The fireflies in the night and bullfrogs croaking. Well, here comes the train, and boy, is she smoking. Headed out to New Orleans, down to LA. You better get ready, it's a brand new day. Honey, move it. The ballads and calypso, they got nothing on. Real country music that just drives alone. Honey, move it. Good old Cliff and the Shadows, of course. Nice old stuff. I had the distinct pleasure of working in a band that was a support act at one time to the band that sang this next song. His name was Jerry Marsden of Jerry and the Pacemakers, and he was a lovely, lovely man. He got terribly nervous to go on stage. Stage fright it would kill him, you know. And he had his ways of dealing with it. We won't go into on a Sunday afternoon, but needless to say, he was wonderful. Great songwriter. And I'm going to do the classic one. I don't do the "You'll Never Walk Alone" because I can't hit the high notes. Nothing to do with not being a football fan, you know what I mean? It's just that I can't hit those high notes. But the other one, you'll know this one. He had lots, but this was the one. Life goes on day after day. Hearts torn in every way. So ferry across the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. People, they rush everywhere, each with their own secret care. So ferry across the Mersey and always take me there, the place I love. People around every corner, they seem to smile and say, we don't care what your name is, boy, we'll never turn you away. So I'll continue to stay here. I always will stay. So ferry across the Mersey, 'cause this land's the place I love, and here I'll stay. And here I'll stay. And here I'll stay. And here I'll stay. Ferry across the Mersey, Jerry Marsden and the Pacemakers. Lovely old song. Going back to American rock and roll, okay. I don't think the man who sang this next song ever classed himself as rock and roll. Okay, rockabilly maybe, okay, but never rock and roll. But there's no doubt in my mind that Buddy Holly was one of the greatest rock and roll singers, you know. Had a very, very short life before that tragic crash with the Big Bopper and Richie Valens, you know. I sang a song earlier by Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings was the bass player because he had split up from the Crickets, and he's out on his own doing his own songs with a band, and the bass player in that band was Waylon Jennings, the country singer. And the band were all going to go on the plane, you know, to get to the venue before the acts. And when Buddy Holly decided to swap, Waylon really wasn't happy about it, you know. And he said, well, I hope the plane crashes. And Buddy Holly said, well, I hope your bus crashes, you know. And it was a jokey thing that they said between them. And it turned out that Waylon had to live with that one throwaway saying for the rest of his life, you know. So this is a song that Buddy didn't write. Paul Anka put the English words to this song, and this is the older version, which I still love. See if you remember this one. No, wrong one. We've just done that one, haven't we? There you go, baby, here am I. Well, you left me here so I could sit and cry. Well, golly gee, what have you done to me? Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You remember, baby, last September, how you held me tight each and every night. Well, whoops-a-daisy, how you drove me crazy. Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. There's no use in me crying. I've done everything and now I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, wasted all my days over you. Well, you go your way and I'll go mine, now and forever till the end of time. And I'll find somebody new, and baby, you'll say we're through, and you won't matter anymore. There's no use in me crying. I've done everything and now I'm sick of trying. I've thrown away my nights, wasted all my days over you. Well, you go your way and I'll go mine, now and forever till the end of time. And I'll find somebody new, and baby, you'll say we're through, and you won't matter anymore. You won't matter anymore. Buddy Holly, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Just wondering what we got here. We'll change tack a little bit, folks. I'm going to put my other guitar on. And oops, I'll need that. I run a cheap show. I only got one capo. So I've often mentioned on the other channel when I was there that I go to a cafe most mornings over the island. Giovanni's on the prom, John's on the prom there, and there's a bunch of like-minded old geezers getting there of a morning, and they're in various stages of learning guitar, as we all are. We never stop learning, and they're a great bunch of guys, honestly. And two Richies, Davis and Wilton. Richie normally comes on, but he's got other things on. Michael Bennett, my mate, he bought a DVD off me during COVID. He must have been mad. And lots of others, you know, they come in. But the four of us are generally there most mornings. And we were talking about this song. And Mike is in the process of trying to learn it. So I thought I'd give it a little go. In the same key, perhaps as Mike does it. Let's have a little look here. I've got to try and remember it now, Mike, if you're listening. Oops. Just bear with me, folks. I might go have a little sip to do this. If you're going to become a singer, don't drink fizzy drinks when you're singing because you burp. It's true. But an old Kitty Callan song that was slowed down by a guy called Jason Wade, and from the 50s, I guess. You Belong to Me. See the pyramids along the Nile, watch the sunrise from the tropic isle, and just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. See the marketplace in old Algiers, Send me photographs and souvenirs. Just remember when a dream appears, you belong to me. I'll be so alone without you. Maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue, fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember till you're home again, you belong to me. I'll be so alone without you. Maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue, fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember till you're home again, you belong to me. Nice little version. Not my version, but I like the backing on that. You Belong to Me, Kitty Callan. Rob is on. How are you, my man? Nice to see you there. And Rachel is saying, do you have any Brian Ferry? Ooh, I have, but I'd have to get that. I'm not brilliant on the words. Come back on next week, Rach, and I'll have a Roxy Music song at least, you know. Is that close enough? I wonder if I could remember the words. No, I don't, because I'll mess it up. But great stuff, Brian Ferry, you know. I don't know whether I preferred him on his own or with Roxy Music. I still think Roxy Music were a great band in the 70s, you know. So we will get to that one. Okay, that's all right. Let me just put this down again, folks, and do a couple of those British 60s stuff that I always like. There's not a lot of room in here, folks, as you will probably gather. So I try to make room a premium in here, you know. So let's do one of the greatest, or what people class as the greatest British band. Slightly disagree with it, but John Paul, George and Ringo goes like this. Baby's good to me, you know, happy as can be, you know, she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. Baby says she's mine, you know, she tells me all the time, you know, she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that a baby buys her things, you know. He buys her diamond rings, you know, she said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. Baby's says she's mine, you know. She tells me all the time, you know, she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that a baby buys her things, you know. He buys her diamond rings, you know, she said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. She's in love with me and I feel fine. She's in love with me and I feel fine. The Beatles, good old stuff. I was always knew that they were great writers, you know, Lennon and McCartney, and when George Harrison used to write as well. But as a band of four musicians, I always preferred other bands, you know, until I watched a documentary on them about why they gave up touring, you know. They would play anywhere. And I admired them for that. If you booked them to play in a garden shed, they'd go and play, you know. They would do anywhere to get their music out there and recognised. And I thought that was wonderful. So they went up in my estimation, the Beatles. If I'm not mistaken, please point me out if I'm wrong. I think they wrote this song as well. I may well be wrong. But they wrote a lot of those songs in the for the 1960s acts, you know. And I think, please, as I say, I haven't looked into this, so I'm going to be wrong, I reckon. Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders with this sort of thing. Here we go. When I'm feeling blue, all I have to do is take a look at you. Then I'm not so blue. When you're close to me, I can feel your heartbeat. I can feel you breathing in my ear. Wouldn't you agree? Baby, you and me got a groovy kind of love. We got a groovy kind of love. Anytime you want to, you can turn me on to anything you want to, anytime at all. When I kiss your lips, ooh, I start to shiver, can't control the quivering inside. Wouldn't you agree? Baby, you and me got a groovy kind of love. We got a groovy kind of love. When I'm in your arms, nothing seems to matter. My whole world could shatter, I don't care. Wouldn't you agree? Baby, you and me got a groovy kind of love. We got a groovy kind of love. We got a groovy kind of love. Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. That was I can't know. It wasn't the Beatles. It wasn't Lennon and McCartney that wrote that. It was somebody else. Oh, hello there. At last, got to be able to chat. Yes. Now, Tafcad. Now, who's Tafcad? Let me know who you are, my friend. Because what YouTube does is put the sort of the nickname that you've put on your page, and sometimes I don't know who that is because my brain doesn't work that quick, you know. But at last, got to be able to chat. Well, we have, absolutely, my friend, absolutely. Let me tell you something about YouTube. To be able to chat, to put your comments up like that, I had to put on there that this was not suitable for kids. I'd like to think that I'm fairly okay in that respect. I don't swear and I don't drink or whatever, you know. But they're taking it seriously, you know. And the only way you can chat, because if it was made for kids and you put something a little bit untoward there, I guess that's right. But so that's the way you can chat, is when I put it that it's not suitable for kids at 3:00 on a Sunday afternoon, you know. But thank you for coming on, my friend. Let me know. You never know. I might know you, I might not. And I feel bad if I don't, you know. But there you go. Where are we? Let's finish up with a couple of songs, folks. That I've got loads more here that I could do, but we're going up to an hour and a half now, and I think that's enough for anyone. So a couple of songs just to finish up. Pop quiz question for you, for all those that's still watching out there. Who do you reckon wrote this next song? Okay, good old pop quiz question for you. Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I knew, Mary Lou, we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. You passed me by one sunny day, flashed those big brown eyes my way. Knew I wanted you forevermore. I'm not one that gets around, swear my feet are stuck to the ground. No, I never did meet you before. I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I knew, Mary Lou, we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Seen your lips, I heard your voice. Believe me, I just had no choice. But horses couldn't make me stay away. Thought about a moonlit night, your arms around me good and tight. That's all I had to see for me to say. Hey, hey, hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Sweet Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I knew, Mary Lou, we'd never part. So hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Yes, hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. I said hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Hello, Mary Lou. Sorry, Helen, you were wrong. It was Ricky Nelson done that one. Ricky Nelson. And do you know who wrote it? Oh, sorry, Ricky Nelson. That was written by Gene Pitney, of all people. Can you believe that? Gene Pitney, 24 Hours from Tulsa and whatever. And he wrote that song. Good old Gene. So thank you, folks. My first time ever live on YouTube. If you've enjoyed it, please tell your friends. I'm not really 100% sure at this stage when this will be up for replay. And I know that on Facebook, a lot of people used to watch it again on replay. Once it's there, I will share it to Facebook. And it's been a journey to get you, believe it or not, just to get everything up there, to be able to come on. As I've said, I've thanked everybody for it. So hopefully until next week, folks, at 3 o'clock. I know some people prefer it in the mornings, and every now and again I'll come on in the mornings again. The reason I put it to the afternoons was because I generally get home from a gig on Saturday night, and I haven't had much sleep. So to sing again early in the morning, sometimes, especially nowadays it can be a bit of a pressure, you know. So, but thank you. It's been absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to finish up with this one, folks, and hopefully I will see you all next week, same time, same place. Here we go. There ain't no good in our goodbying. True love takes a lot of trying. Oh, I'm crying. Let's hang on to what we've got. Don't let go, girl, you got a lot of love between us. Hang on, hang on, hang on to what we've got. You say you're gonna go and call it quits, gonna chop it all and break our love to bits. I wish you'd never said it. Whoa, no, we'll both regret it. That little chip of diamond on your hand ain't a fortune, baby, but you know it stands. A love to try and bind us, we just can't leave behind us, baby, baby, baby. Let's hang on to what we've got. Don't let go, girl, you got a lot of love between us. Hang on, hang on, hang on to what we've got. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Mike. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. I'd pay any price to getting good with you. Give me a second turning. Don't cool off while I'm burning. You got me crying, dying at your door. Don't shut me out, let me in once more. Your arms, I need to hold you. Your heart, oh girl, I told you, baby, baby, baby. Let's hang on to what we've got. Don't let go, girl, you got a lot of love between us. Hang on, hang on, hang on to what we've got. Thank you, everyone. You've been great. Take it easy next week. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you, folks.